Hello, hello, hello. Today we will discuss about safety education and training and economic safety. So let's discuss about safety education and training. So the importance the education and training is needed for the safety awareness program. So it is very much important for discussion about this education and training. So all the workers or all the employees who are working in a professional institutes or professional bodies or in a company, they should aware about this safety education and training all together. So safety education is the responsibility of all staffs in the school, including teaching, non-teaching staff, through the formal and informal curriculum. And its safety education is to be effective. Safety should be underpinned on the whole culture and ethos of the school. It starts from school level. So let's wait for 5 minutes for joining up some student. Then we will start again. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just sharing my screen. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we will discuss about safety education and training. How what is the need and how this safety education training is implemented. So we will discuss that one. So safety education and training. Okay. So safety education, which is the very basic needs to every employee, every people who are working anywhere, because it is if you are if something some people are even not working, the rule different safety rules, the important safety things that is awareness, which is very much important in working place as well as in your home everywhere. So the safety education is very much important. So it should be implemented in school and college level. That is the need or that is the importance of the safety education. So some institutes they are incorporate this curriculum or this safety education both either in formal or non-formal way. Whether it may be formal way, it means if it is having in regular curriculum or even if in some add-on or maybe elective subject, whatever may be. So all this teaching should be done in a school or college levels. And the teaching and non-teaching staff also they are having given awareness and training about these safety things. So all educations should be effective, should be on predicting whole culture and ethos of the schools. So everywhere, particularly in from the student level, because the students which are the next generations of grown people who are working somewhere, and the thinking and the mindset of the children or those school children or college students, they are can be developed one by one, step by step. Even if some people are not suddenly introduce new rules and safety regulations, then might not be that it can be effective. So the introducing slowly in education, that is the called safety education. So what can safety education achieve? So by doing the safety education, what and what achieve? So these are the things. Safety educations can be enable children and young people and their parents as a career to put effective safety measures into practice. For example, young schools cyclists can be taught how to plan safer routes to avoid difficult junctions where most accidents happen, fitting smoke alarms and rehearsing escape routes, etc. These are my examples. For example, so we are just riding bike and a scooty or somebody riding car. So the rules, regulations, the safety norms, if we do not aware of this, then we are maybe got a chance to having an accident. But if we know which route we are going to safe way, what is the things we have do in crowded places, so the chances of accidents may be avoided. So that is the basic ideas so behind these things. Then this safety education also one about pupils learn the pupils, that means the children or school level of students, they learn about the risk assessment in the school applied to the outside school gates and increased respective safety information. So risk assessment, that is directly indirectly related with the safety norms. If some people are not aware the safety what then you are not aware about the risk. If for example if you are going in a road and in the road there is a water is fully covered by waters, and there is a big hole is there in the road and which is covered by water and you are unaware of this hole. So if you do not aware about this hole, then what happen, you may drop into it. But if you are aware something, then you may go alert for yourself and you can avoid the risk of going in the deep water hole that places. So that is the main importance of the safety educations, that can help the young people to decide what is they do and don'ts. They have to decide their own. If you are the children are may get educated, so they can undertake wide range of activity like sports, adventures activity, travel, work experience confidently, completely. So whatever they are implementing, they are doing in their regular practice, they are implementing the along going with the along the safety norms. What is safety education? It is the enables or it is enables children to keep themselves safe, to contribute keeping others safe. They are, that is the main things. It helps them to aware of possible hazards in different areas where they live and to be able to take appropriate decision and action. Already discussed, peoples are or the students which are knowing about the safety norms and regulations, they can manage their risks and take their own decision which can be keep them themselves safe and others also safe. Second point is safety education is not about isolating young people from hazards but the bombs. That means isolating hazard is different thing, but the bombs and cuts, bushes which are normal part of the growing. Whenever the small child is grown up, repeatedly they fall down and again wake up. In this process of fall down and wake up, there are small cuts and some bumps may be there. But that is not a avoid. You could not avoid this. But the major thing is they can take the risks and the safety norms. They know that is the different thing. So which is normal things, which is different things, or which is highly hazardous things, they can understand and they can identify these things. So there are other things which can sub education also includes, which means which are different things like uh, the skill of hazard awareness and recognitions and the risk assessment and management. We discuss these things. Hazard awareness, if the person is aware about safety, give safety education, then what happen, he know whether it is a hazardous or not. So aware the hazards, that means identify the hazard, the identify the risks and make their own decision and kind and make manage the risks according to his competency. So the students will thought about the risk assessment subject and design and technology, science, physical education, safety education enables students to transfer learning to the area to their lives. It is not only the learning things or just passing out by securing 60% mark, but also it is the way or it is the actually the education which can they implement in their own life. It is safety education. This is this kind of education. They can take their own risks and manage the risks. So safety education should be there in the school curriculum. So the factors, second point is factors influence the attitudes and behaviors related to the safeties. So we are student or every person have their own personal attitudes and behaviors. You cannot change someone attitudes or behavior by forcefully, even he is not regularly or even not aware of this is. For example, someone is talking very rudely, someone is very politely, so these attitudes or the behaviors that also affect the safety terms of safety related things. So if for example someone is very rude and don't care in every anywhere, so he do not wear helmets when we are going in scooter bike with 120 speeds. So that is his attitudes. Is that his chance to fall down and get injured. But if you the person is get educated properly the safety norms and safety educations, so say these attitudes can be changed or these attitudes and behaviors can be streamlined along with these safety educations. So that is the second point. The education safety education includes considerations of the stereotype and pressures which affect the risk taking. Actually, know what is the risk, what is the risk factor, how can it can be taken. For example, media imaging involving driving speed. How much speed you can drive in a car, or how much speed it is safe for driving. That is the things. If someone is having, they can change its behavior or attitudes with this safety education. Third number point, personal and social skills. This also increases like alternatives and importance of enabling the students to take responsibility to their own safety. For example, when asking to help or calling the emergency service or asking on the adult to wear seat belt to drive slowly. So these are the small examples. Wearing helmet, wearing seat belt. If you see sudden there is accident, what you have to in order to take immediate actions, just calling the ambulance, the calling the police. So this is the some actions which can be taken, which can be increase the personal and social skills. This is the third things. Fourth thing is the role of emotions in recognizing and managing risky situations. So when there is a risk, high risk, due to this education, the persons may able to taking managing the risks. They can able to control the anger with the deal of the stress, fear, all the things, and with the safety skills. So the behaviors like emotions, like fear, anger, all the things can be controlled if one is knowing about the safety outcomes or safety norms. So that also related to the safety educations. Playing, next point is playing part of making communities safer. If the peoples are aware or peoples are having giving proper educations, then the person where they are lives, that can be safer, making a safer community. Because one person can be make a whole community. So every one person is get educated, so whole community get educated. So everyone be safer, so community becomes safer. So it involves to take responsibility of social and moral issues. If there is some issues in because you are living in society, obviously there are different types of issues. So the people, the persons who are getting the education, safety education, they have ability to just handle the situations in the stress like or very depressed situations or whatever may be the situations. Discussing safety issues with the school and learning environment by activity or different kinds of things doing, that also impact the safety. So safety education is very much important for school, from the school level itself. Next, contact for safety education context. So, what is the context? Effective safety education should be include range of context appropriate to the age and development of the pupil. So, according to different age, so small kind of different examples, different curriculum should be designed. So that can be account immediately environment of the peoples. For example, urban or rural loads. So why, how to move in urban role, busy road, in a rural road, all this should can be decided by this. The like driving, field visit, family holiday, work experience, everywhere, whatever, whenever you move out from the home or education schools, everywhere this can be practically you should implement the education, safety education norms. So these are the different contexts where safety education needs. In the playground, playing. While playing, you should wear helmet, suits, boots. Why you are wearing these things? So all these things you should know. Sports and leisure time, how to handle construction sites. If you are working in a construction site, go for a construction site. So height, fear, all the things. We already discussed the physical hazards, all the things, chemical hazards, and then biological hazards. Then also we will discuss about this mental well-being, all the things. Then if you are going for water activity sports, then also you if you aware of these safety educations, then you can be safe rather than by dipping the water. Recently, last yesterday news in Mumbai, there is a cruise ship that can be drawn down and 13 people will be killed from 88 people. So this is the on things that can be avoided. Then roads, by trying going to buy a car or scooty, the roads, rails, fires, educations, electricity, gas. Even if your home, if you are using gas and electricity, so there are small things that can be incorporated in your daily life. Agricultural settings, in agriculture there are using pesticides, fertilizers. So what are the or how can handle these things? That's kind of easily accessible. In school, community, work from world of work, home, personal safety, socio-political issues. So how to handle all these situations, risky situations. If safety education is done by the children or the student, then you can be handle all the things properly. Effective keep, uh, planning for safety education will help teachers to promote the key skill and thinking skill also. What are the key skill? Key skill is information technology, implementing pupils learning and performance, information processing, inquiry, evaluations. These are the key skill. And thinking skills are working with others, problem solving, reasoning, creative thinking. So these are also increases with this education. They're part of the safety education. Then the general teaching, which includes the requirement of the health and safety, requires teachers to teach the people how to recognize hazards. So while teaching or having the curriculum, these are the some points while the teachers can be teach to the students. So the students can be benefited, like recognize hazards, what is a hazards and which is a normal cause. Then you can recognize if someone is teaching these safety things. So remember the first slides whenever we are talking about the how to put a ladder, what is the which chemical is hazardous or which is not, if there is no level that may be hazardous. So these points are simple points you can recognize what is a normal things and which can be become a hazards. So this includes the object, substance, machines everywhere you working or environment. Just check or refine whether it is safe or unsafe. Then second, excess risks. If it is unsafe, then what is the risk? What is the chance to get injured? That can also you can access, because if someone is working in industry, they have to work 8 hour industry. If he said no, I am not exposure to the risk, so you just let the job, not get paid. So he is fired from the job. So in order to get the job and in order to stick with some work, you have to assess the risks and manage the risks. Then is the likelihood, the harm occurring, the potential of the harm, the number of people may be affected. These are come under assessment of risks. Then control risks. The purpose of risk assessment is to determine the measures should be taken to control the risk. So what step to taken in order to avoid that risk or in order to avoid the hazard, that is called control of risk, by using different kinds of industrial aids, engineering controls, by implementing law, by using safety PP. Remember the first class, there are 5 elements of safety. What are these? The first is the elimination, the second is substitutions, third is engineering control, fourth is the rules and raw regulations, and fifth is the safety PPs. So these are the points how to control this safety or risks hazards. Points to be under one. What are the points? So if the student safety priority for your school or your community, that is the points, and the points have to access the report to include information about number of buyer and other. There are some examples of point in the normal school. We are if the safety education is implemented, then the other points that we take it out. Does your school have the procedures for sending quickly on spending situations? If someone is getting injured, then what is the conditions? Immediately taken to hospital or getting the first aids. If your school is addressing way to prevent as well as response in crisis. If there is a certain response that is hazard comes, that is like flood situation occurs or some droughts occurs, maybe coronavirus lockdown occurs, then what should we do? What is the immediate response? That can should be learned in this type of school. The school is board, principal, primary. So depending on this, how many numbers of community involved, they are also know in their school. How has someone have designed to coordinate activity to maintain safety environment? So who are the personalities who we should contact? So what are the enclosures, physiology who are available to work with student with dispute? If someone is having quarrel or someone is having dispute, some crime, so how to handle? This also comes in safety education. Do the students all graders participate in the class or environment? Do the school health service provide the effective to the students? So all these are concerned while learning safety education. So just skipping that one. Okay, then come to unhealthy building. So this is the one thing which is unhealthy building is unsafe building. This is examples. Unsafe building. Second is contaminated air. If the children frequently symptoms of similar to cold, allergy, in flu, then doctor has eliminated the causes which their child problem clear the weekends. So same things you can know, because if you are exposing some kind of unsafe condition, contaminated air means polluted air. So these are the common things we have encountered day by day. There is cold, allergy, flu. If you are go for a doctor, doctor just asking. If you are feeling so much cold and snoring nose, then what doctor said that do not bath for the 2 3 days in cold. This is the thing. So another sign of the people of the asthma allergic, if the air condition is very worse, that like in Delhi, the people are suffering from asthma, the respiratory disease. So to avoid this kind of things, what is the reasons? So we can understand and to learn the safety educations. Next kind of is pesticides in schools. That means whether pesticides are maybe school or in a farmer area, if children are having some kinds of facilities or some are having falling ill, so that maybe some pesticides or the chemicals might be affected. Unsafe drinking water, if children are having falling sick, so there may be some poisons in their food or maybe water. So water and food should be safe to drinking. So periodically you have to test the things water. Coming to the school safety measures, a variety of educations. Many schools have crossing guards, school safety protocols, all the things. Safety audits should be help in the safety things. So all these there are part of the school. We are discussing the safety education. So we are focusing on the school safety. Engineers can took the sign, safety, street light, making all the things needed. For examples, one project of the school safety committee should be preparing map how to safest route to the school. Map should be big enough to incorporate the all data. So all the things are having the some school can elevate one lesson with the taking step for dismissal of worker and riders having different sides of building for these are different safety measures to be taken. Traffic rule violations, do not violate the traffic rule. If you are some kids are there and suddenly they are crossing the roads, so you should see the sign whether it is school area or not, wearing helmet, all the things, the traffic rule should be aware in the safety education. School buses safety in the see, in our Parul University also school buses are made of yellow, but in small school children school buses there are grill or racks should be installed in the window sides, so that is for the safe side of the children. They maybe fall down, maybe something happen, so these are also be implemented in this educations. In playground also, what are the requirements in gym playground? We are also take parts in our daily lives, so there are some safety rules and norms which should be implemented in playgrounds also. Kids never wear clothing in drawing. If you are playing football or something, then obviously the boots with some ankles are very much necessary. So if you are playing cricket, then helmets, gloves are necessary. Then lastly, fire and safety drills. This is the most important things everywhere, in every working in a company or in the institutions like Parul University also, in the PIS also there is the fire extinguishers are put in some places, and the fire that is a fire line or the water pipeline, red color of line that should be installed from every stair. So even if that is not need to use, but it has to be installed, and regularly they have to make a safety drills. For example, how to evacuate in a sudden accident, maybe happen sudden fire, maybe how to use the fire extinguishers, that should be known to the peoples, because that is comes under safety education. If you do not use the how to use the fire extinguisher in the time of fire, so because the time is very precious. When fire is blow on up, immediately you have to blow the safety that fire extinguisher you have to use. If you do not know how to use the safety fire extinguisher at the time of rapid fire, so you have no time to survive. So these things will be very much clear before the act. So that should be clear in the safety education. Next is earthquake simulation drill evacuation. Normally these are not happening here because we are not staying in earthquake prone zone. Because how if earthquake suddenly earthquake happens, so how to evacuate or how do we have to keep safe ourselves? That should be mock or drill should be happen in our school or in our institute also. That should be called earthquake simulation and evaluation of drill evaluations. So see, this is the examples of earthquake drill. If you are there is a table, just go under the table, side of the corner, etc. The classroom hazard hunt. So in our classroom also there are different types of hazards that are very much we are waiting. Are freestanding cabinets, bookcase, shelves are there or not? Heavy project removed in the streets or not? Whether TV is monitor or hanging the wall or not? If these things are very much silly things, but it may cause various serious hazards is somewhere sometime. In our school colleges, laboratory safety measures is a very much important thing because we are using lots of chemicals. So how to handle the chemicals, how to sort out the chemicals, what are the procedure for handling, whether gloves, apron or goggles, all things are should be go with proper safety. So the safety drills or education should be going for every month or every institutions, like use of chemicals, electric points, hazardous equipments, etc. We should practice or we should know how to handle this type of things. So this is very much required, or that should be given training and drill to the students in the name of safety education and training. So this is very much related to school or college students. because they are grown up and they are implementing the things in their whole life as well as they are working somewhere, then this is a very much effective for making their free means free of any injury in the workplaces. So safety education is very much necessary for all school and college students. So this is all about safety education and training. So next we will discuss about different economic safety, or that is called economic safety. So how economy is related to safety. This is our next topic, how economy is related to safety. That also comes in the unit 2. So economic safety, engineering, safety engineering and economy. This is our topic, safety economy and engineering. So just introduce this is a common assumption of implementing safety norms following safety rules expensive and not economicals, because economy or the money is directly or indirectly related to the safety things. So how, for examples, if you are coming with your scooty without a helmet and with 120 speed, so what happened? There are how this economy or money is related to that thing. I just explained. So first thing is, if you are over speeding, your mileage of the scooty is remaining low. Fuel consumption is more, and your money is burn out. Second thing, if someone is accidentally by chance accidents happens, and if you are not wearing any helmet, so you may be getting severely injured and your life may be risk, or maybe go for hospital and your huge amount of money will be wasted. If life is also not risk, then huge amount of money is wasted by billing the hospital bills. Next, if your motorcycle is very much precious for you, or your scooty is precious for you, then if something get accidents happen, for repairing lots of money will be wasted. So there are three ways, in terms of health, in terms of economy, in terms of all the things should be wasted. Everywhere money is wasted, money and health both are wasted. So money is directly related to this safety. So you have just followed some safety rules which are very silly to observe or follow, that can be save lots of your money in terms of economy. So safety and economy are very much related. I just give you one example of personal safety, but in industry there are huge numbers of employees who are working and they are suffer some diseases, suffer some accidents. So there are so many losses happens in the company or industry, human losses, the work hour losses, time losses, then money losses, everywhere losses are there. So we just discuss these things. So common assumption for implementing safety norms and the economic controls are expensive, very much expensive. Not only if you are not following the safety rules regulations, then it is very expensive in latter stage. So every company and everywhere focus on safety to save the money. Directly money is directly related to safety. So but this has been proved that recent has the following the safety norms implementing actually economic. If you are implementing the rules is very much economic, means require less amount of money as compared to when we are not following the safety rules, pushing some safety precautions in place of getting some benefits and directly cost wise. If you are not obeying the safety rules regulation, that may be effect very much high. And this is seriousness is also there, seriousness to implement the safety rules. International labor organizations estimates 47,000 deaths from occupational accident in India in 2003. It is older data, but see at the 2003 47,000 death, workers are good death which are working in different industry or in different company, they are going to death. So the last year figures is also very much 17. That means huge death is occurring in the safety related issues because they are not implementing either knowingly, unknowingly, unconsciously. Ultimately death may human losses and as well as the economic losses there. If someone is working in a company and who is maybe fatal accident occurs and death occurs. So the company has to pay at least 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs to the family, to them, and the all our losses, all those things, all happens. So huge amount of money also related along with this life of these persons. So to bring awareness about the importance of the safety engineering, economy is very much related. So prove that implementation is very strictly follow the safety rules and regulations inside the any institutes of any organizations, any company. So that's why you have to follow these safety rules and regulations very strictly. So they all company which are giving safety training is mandatory, first aid training is mandatory, fire training is mandatory. If you are something someone is violating this safety rule regulation, they have fine, putting some having dismiss of the also is also there for the some workers. So the rules regulations implement very strictly in any company or any institute or organizations. So, as a hypothesis that money spent or investigated in implementation of the safety norms is ignorable when there is a raw revenue generated. If, for example, if some Amul factory is there, if someone Amul company is spending, let's say 5 crore rupees for awareness or safety program or safety PPE is procuring related to safety. So as compared to the output or the profit, it is negligible. If profit is 5,000 crore, then only 5 crore is the main money is spent related to the safety. So profit and this safety uh, um, investment, this is very much high. The ratio is very high. So safety engineering is such a field that focus on preventing accident or opportunity to human error generated by equipment or machines. So apply in many disciplines, constructions, aerospace, manufacturing, public work, conduct, etc. So every sectors wherever you go, the safety engineering or safety rules regulations is implemented very strictly by some investing small amount of money, which is nothing as compared to the whole outcomes of the company. So economics is the social science that analyze the production, distribution, consumptions, and goods and services. This is the economic or economic definition of economy. So wherever there is a involvement of monetary things or some cost is there, that is comes under economy. So production process, distribution process, consumptions, goods, services, everywhere there is a cost is there. The money is used. So whenever there is a money flow, and we are studying these things, that is called economics. So we are just misunderstanding two things. This time consuming and not economic. But everywhere safety is not time consuming and also it is economic. So studying safety or implementing safety is mandatory, and that should be very minimum time required to just give some hints or use the some low amount is required for procuring all these safety related things. So there are some things which happens. Serious injury, file a civil suit, employer may be hard to pay. This is the actual real cases. Whenever we are uh, tech, working, let's say discussing about the workers, if there is serious injury that happens, then what happens? File a civil suit. It can go to direct a court cases. For example, if some road accident happens, if some bike is just accident with some car, then first you have to forward this person's injured person to hospitals. That is the primary thing. Second thing, you have to just file a complaint again in a car or the bike in a police stations. So that can ultimately go to for a court. Who is wrong, who is not following the safety rules, then the employer may have to pay. If in industry some accidents happens and due to the fault of the machinery or whatever may be, because the employee is employee and working in the employee or the company have to pay a huge amount of money to his family and him. So huge money is related in liabilities. So safety is directly related to money. Second is lost labor. These are economic loss, because someone is get injured and not coming to the work, then that is a skill labor. The company invested some time, some money to be trained to the persons, and he is not, he is missing. If if the company is procure some new employee or maybe hire some new employee. So again you have to give training, you have to give awareness. It takes some time. So the skilled labor may be lost at that process. So training, again cost of this training, all the things is again included in this. It's the indirect cost. Next, workers benefits. Workers health plans, that is injure or maybe things. So everywhere, if you consider some workers, they are working in some company or industry, they have already put in some medical insurance. If something happens, the company had not to need not to pay, the insurance company had to pay. So that is for company. For all examples, your personal things, your personal health, you have to pay your health insurance, pay your life insurance. So there are two different kinds of insurance: health insurance, life insurance. Life insurance covers your life, or cover the when the person death occurs, then it's paid to the family of the family by this company, that is insurance company, that is your life insurance. And health insurance is if someone is having doing health insurance and if going for hospitals for some serious injuries, all amount of money should be paid the company. So these two things are very much useful for this benefit of the worker. Then it is an example of case study how this economy or money is related to some kinds of safety things. Anglo-American mining company. There is a mining company where the world most diversing mining company, diversified mining company. That means the company which is America, situated in America, is having different kinds of metals like diamonds, copper, nickel, iron, the various kinds of mining companies is operating there. So six continents in permanent and compliant place. So see, they are in six continents. How much big company is there? So in between 2002 to 2007, some mining suffered close to 200 fatalities. 200 peoples are died due to this some mining because it's a mining activity, mining company. So due to some causes, whatever may be, because 200 employees are dies. So in these things, the CEO of the mining company become the CEO, the American, that is the she was disappeared with the safety knowledge and supervisor and the managers. So he again complimentary rejected all the assumption by the veterinaries. So huge research should be did, visit the mines. So whole that is a very long process. How this explain these casualties and fatalities. So what are the losses? Company suffer not only due to the shutdown. Company fully shut down due to the expenses incurred in the training skill, under skill, water, supervisor, etc. So huge losses are having due to different kinds of things, in terms of revenue and in terms of different income. So this is some general graph where see how the safety education and training or this can be related to the revenue. The green bars are the small operating income of the US million. Let's say one examples, and pink is the revenue in US millions. So as compared to the revenue and the operating charge or this money spent due to the safety rules regulation is very much low, but it is very effective. So as per the above strategy, only profit is maximized when we are focusing on safety rules and regulations and safety awareness of the employees. If you are strict to the safety things, then company has to grow with this next yearly. So economy is directly related to the safety things. So reductions of this 62% loss due to the injuries by 50%. Previously 50 to 60% was the loss, now it is decreased to 50%, and it is a net productive income. So the income will be more whenever we are focusing on the safety rules and regulations and things, all the things. Next, what is the morale? It's a very important to constructions because the employee have it work quickly to efficiently meet deadlines, while safety considerations may hamper the work speeds and can also increase the work speeds. If you are go along with these safety rules and norm, maybe the work efficiency increase, and if you are just bypass the safety things, then work is decrease, speed is decrease due to some accidents, happenings, whatever breakdown, whatever may be. So the worker who does not have adequate protection equipment may work more slowly than who have become the making mistakes, higher chance of causing an injury. So safety PP should be very compulsory while we are working in some kinds of organizations. So if you compare how someone is wearing safety PP and someone is not wearing safety PP, initially safety PP wearing of safety PP may be a burden. Just you can feel if you are wearing eyeglasses, lab coat, and gloves and working in your lab, that become a small kind of uncomfortable feeling. But that may save your organs or save may your lives, your eyes, your skin, because to expose some chemicals. So small thing, but that can be effect more deeply. So that is related. If you are wearing some new dresses of 5,000 rupees and a lab coat is only 150 rupees, wear about over it. If some chemicals are just flashes on your lab coat, that is okay. But some chemicals that are not should be flashes on your clothes and your skin. That maybe take more money, use more money or money things. That is comes under economic, safety economic. Suggestions: what are thus the evident of the through those initial cost, safety managing training employee, purchasing safety materials. Initially, they company or some money is to use to procure all the safety PPs for safety training or some kinds of safety awareness. Some money is used, but that money is not enough. So the money is very less as compared to the income, or that money is very less as compared to the whenever we are going to total outcomes of the safety whenever compared to the non-safety rules regulations. So safety economy is related. So economic growth is related to the safety education or safety awareness. So small amount of economy is utilized to for the safety and awareness program for the employee. So this is all about this safety education and training and how this safety education is directly related to safety economy. So this is all about today class. So next class we are going to behavioral safety and motivations. There is another part and the participation of safety. So up to this, you have any doubts or if you have any questions, then you can may ask right now. Let me mark your attendance for today.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood now what is the importance of the safety educations and how economy is related to safety? Because these are very important questions for your ends and maybe 5 mark questions. Discuss about importance of safety educations or how safety is related to economy of a particular organizations. There are two questions here in this part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are enrolled in which program in PIS?
So I am in food technology BSc,
Okay.
last semester.
Okay. Sixth semester.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are under non-NAP program, na?
So
Sixth semester means the last semester means the non-NAP program. You are the last batch.
yeah, out of NAP program.
Okay, okay. In your food industry also, if you working or safety is the important things because small contamination may be causes great disasters in some or maybe great waste or great loss. If for example in a chips factory or in a milk factory production factory, if small pH changes occurs, if small amount of some chemicals may be or the norms can be disturbed, then the whole lots huge amount of lots can be discarded. So the whole things may be related to economy and safety of the people who are consuming that food. So that is also very important thing.
Yes, sir.
You can be apply in your practical life or working life.
Yes, sir. They have whole hygiene program and the HACCP program, which
Hmm.
is related to the hygiene practices only.
Okay. There is a course actually. This is industrial safety, health and safety. No, no, no. Occupational health safety. There is a 1 year course that may be, if someone is working interested to working in industry, in particularly this safety department or safety rules regulations. So they have to do this safety programs. 1 year diploma course is there. That is different things. That is conducted by not conducted by some university like Parv University. That is maintained and the certificate certified by this Indian National Safety Organization. There is organizations. So you have to be certified in order to work in safety department.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's for today. So next class, next Thursday, we will discuss about behavioral safety.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, you may leave.
Thank you, sir.
Night.